Hi, my name is Professor Hinkinson, and I'll be your instructor for Paul GSW 231, Sex, Power, and Public Policy. Welcome to the fall semester. I'm super excited to get started. And this is just a little video to give you an overview of what we're going to be learning about this semester. So, this course is interesting because it's both a gender studies course, but it is also a political science course. So, on the one hand, this semester, you're going to be learning a lot about feminism, uh, different core terms such as the difference between gender and sex, sexual orientation. And throughout this semester, we'll always be looking at the decisions that government make with an eye to gender and sex. And so, on the one hand, this is a great course because it really explores and it expands upon any gender studies classes you've taken up to this point, or if not, it kind of introduces you to gender studies. On the other hand, and I'm a political science professor, I do have a minor in women's studies from Purdue University. That's where I got both of my degrees. But I'm mainly a political scientist, and I teach American government and civil liberties and those kinds of classes. Um, so this class fits well into political science because it looks at public policy. And as you'll be learning during the course of this semester, public policy are the decisions that governments make to address a problem. Or sometimes there's a problem and governments won't do anything about it. And that's kind of public policy too. It's basically saying, hey, we see a problem, but we're not going to do anything about it. And that's a decision too. This course looks at a whole wide variety of different decisions that government makes in order to address a perceived problem or issue within a society. And so we'll be looking at public policy as it relates to family and marriage. We'll be learning about family leave and whether family leave should be paid, because the United States is one of the few countries that doesn't have either paid paternal, maternal, or just general family leave. We'll be learning about a policy as it relates to sex and reproduction. And so we'll be learning about contraceptive policy, abortion policy, and we'll also be looking at the ways that government tries to regulate our sexuality in terms of prostitution or in terms of who can and cannot get married. We'll also be looking at gender and economics, the impact of the gender wage gap, and a whole host of policy issues. This course is a nice blend of both gender studies and public policy. We begin the semester by looking at some core concepts such as feminism, and the first discussion that you're going to be participating in is what does it mean to be a feminist, and can men be feminists too? Answer is yes, they can. We spend some time looking at the role that the Constitution plays, since this is a political science class, and helping us understand gender equity. We also look at political participation and representation in Congress as a little special focus on gender and power and how it plays itself out in our institutions and in voting behavior as well. So that's just sort of an overview of what we'll be learning about this semester. We have a lot of, when you take a look at the syllabus and you take a look at the course schedule and due dates, you're going to see that there are lots of different assignments that you're going to be doing this semester. This is an asynchronous online class, and so we don't have any specific meeting times, but we have specific due dates throughout the course of the week. And I'll be talking more about that in some of the orientation material that you'll be looking at this week. You participate in a lot of online discussions, and some of them are really going to be interesting this semester. We're going to be taking a look at, can we find common ground on abortion policy? We're going to be taking a look at the cause and consequences of the gender wage gap. We are going to be looking at prostitution and whether prostitution should be continue to be criminalized in the United States, and the list kind of goes on. So I'm really excited about some of the online discussions you guys are going to be participating in this semester, because I think that they are some really interesting topics, and I can't wait to see what your take is on those. You'll be having quizzes, both lecture quizzes and reading quizzes throughout the course of the semester. And the two big writing projects that you have are called these public policy papers. There's a lot of information on the Canvas site that you can take a look at to learn more about what those public policy papers are. But it's basically that you identify a public policy issue that has to do with sex or gender, and you look at the existing policy that's in place to address that problem, and then you come up with some alternatives to that policy, writing a persuasive paper about how we should change our public policy in order to make it more effective in terms of addressing that problem. So that's just a quick overview of what we're going to be learning this semester. Sorry about my cat. He won't be in other videos. Of course, I turned the video camera on and he jumped on the couch. I'm really looking forward to this semester. I know this is kind of a strange semester. This might be the first online class that some of you have taken. Rest assured, I have a lot of experience teaching online classes, and I love teaching both in the classroom but also online. So I think we're going to have a good semester together, even though we're not going to like meet each other in the real world. I didn't mean to diminish meeting in the real world. I just think you can really get to know people online as well. I know it's a weird semester, but I think it's a challenging time, but I have full confidence that we're up to the challenge, and I'm here to help you succeed in this course, and I can't wait to get started. So anyways, that's it from me right now, and we will talk again soon. Thanks.